everyone, I'm Tina, also known as the Purple Vet, and I decided to create this vlog to show you guys a bit more what integrative medicine might look like. So in this vlog series, I'm going to follow a very famous integrative vet, Dr. Marlene Siegel. She is doing research. She has over 40 years of clinical experience. She's been doing integrative medicine for the last 20 years. She's writing papers, she's an author, she's a public speaker. And yes, I'm very excited to share with you what she has been showing me the last week. In today's vlog, Marlene is going to show us a bit more about what she does in her own home to make sure that she stays healthy and in a toxic-free environment.
Hey, I am Dr. Marlene Siegel, and people sometimes ask me, why are you so into your garden and your yard? You're a veterinarian. And really, do we have to have just one passion? I have so many passions, and one of them is my food forest. I call it my yarden because it's my yard and my garden. Yeah. Anyway, so what makes me so happy about being in my garden is the amount of gratitude that it generates. I mean, unbelievable joy to be able to go out and harvest what you want to eat for dinner or for lunch, and to be able to have company over and make them sauteed vegetables or soups or just healthy things, and you know where your food came from. You know that it wasn't sprayed with anything, and I know it's all organic in the sense that I didn't use any chemicals, and everything is regenerative on my farm. Other things that are amazing about having a yarden is you get great exercise, super detox because you sweat really good when you're outside. Physical exercise, we're pulling weeds and we're digging holes and we're planting things and we're chopping things down. So it's great physical exercise, and it's communing with the microbiome. So it's Mother Earth and her microbiome that is many nights covering me as I'm pulling weeds and having dirt going everywhere. And I'm seeing the benefits to the earth. So I have bees on the property and all the different plants that are producing food. So if you look down here, this is bitter melon. So we have a beautiful bitter melon that's ripening here. And then here is spinach. This is Malabar spinach. And we can just literally take off a piece and eat it right there in the garden. It's amazing. And then behind me is all more different kinds of things, from bananas to a lot of my baby plants. And there's just so much joy in being able to garden. It's beneficial in so many different ways. We're reconnecting to Mother Earth. We're reconnecting to ourselves. We're reconnecting to what is the essence of why we're human. And then appreciating and having gratitude for everything that we have in this world, and getting away from the television and the computers, and really being still, being able to just be quiet and commune with and talk with my plants. They do talk back. And the bees and the butterflies, it's amazing. It's a whole world out here that we get to enjoy on a daily basis. Okay, so we've just been out in the garden and we harvested all of these delicious greens. This is Venetian spinach, and actually 3 or 4 different kinds of spinach are in here. And we just want to chop them up into little bite-sized pieces. This is our Malabar spinach, which is so delicious. I make wraps out of these. That's oregano, we'll leave that for the last. I put my herbs in last because they're so delicate. We want them to stay very fresh. Wow, we have a little feast going here.
This is the soup made almost purely from things from your garden. And this is fermented beetroot juice. It's actually very nice.
Awesome. All right, how's it taste?
Oh, it's actually really good. It has like a lot of herby taste to it.
Great.
Very healthy.
Very healthy. Enjoy.
Yes, very good.
This is my vibration machine that I have at home. It also does the frequency and the vibration. I love working out on this. A lot of times I'll take a dumbbell or my kettlebell, and while I'm doing my vibration, I'm doing different exercises with it and around the head, and all while we're doing vibration. And the other thing I love to do is stand on one leg, like doing tree poses while it's vibrating, because it's really making you work hard to stay balanced. I am enjoying my TheraPad here, which has a multitude of benefits. So it has red light in it, it has a PEMF device in it, it has an e-stim device in it. There's lots of different things I can use it for. I can change the temperature in it. But sometimes when I'm just chilling, it's just nice to lay down and enjoy the therapy. We know exercise is so incredibly important to our bodies when we're young, and especially as we get older. So I have a variety of things that I like to work out with. I'm not really one to go to the gym very much because I don't really have a lot of time to go to the gym. So I like to be able to get up in the morning, do my workout, take my shower, go to work. So I have this Nautilus machine, which has so many different things that we can do on it. And then I have a treadmill, I have my free weights and my kettlebells, my elliptical, and then this little guy, I can do my pull-ups, my ab work on this. And then of course you have to have a rebounder. And then I have a bike. So the rebounder is for lymphatics. And you can just do bouncing, light bouncing, but you can also do high knee ups. And it's just amazing how much of a workout you can have. But it's really about moving our lymphatics because they don't have a pump. So we have to contract our muscles to actually pump our lymphatics. This is my absolute favorite way to do my sauna. So first thing in the morning, I pop in here. I can actually work with my team, which is in South Africa. And I'm sitting in the sauna getting my therapy in the morning while we're doing our morning meeting. Obviously in Zoom with the camera off, but I get my infrared. This is a full spectrum infrared, and I love it because it's very compact, it's easy to get in and out of it, doesn't take as much power, it heats up quickly, and most of all, it's a very efficient way for me to get my infrared therapy, my full spectrum infrared therapy in. I want to talk to you about the fascia. The fascia is all the space inside of our body where we thought there was nothing. It's what connects all of our cells. It's what connects our bones and our muscles and our tissues. And it's very important in the lifestyle that we have in our modern world, since we're not moving around as much. We want to be able to support that fascia and keep it nice and fluid and moving and healthy. And the way we do that is through a program called block therapy. And these are the 3 tools that we use. And we lay on these in different ways to be able to melt and reduce the blockages, the adhesions, the scar tissue, the things that are just starting to constrict down. So there's particular ways where we use these blocks, which represent the bone in our body. So it's the same density. And we lay on them doing different patterns for a period of time. Usually it's 3 to 5 minutes for each pose that you're going to do. And it starts to release the restrictions in your body. Particularly in our feet, we want to focus on that because our feet is the foundation of our body. So when we have better posture from our feet up, everything works better. Dr. Tina calls this the reflexology floor because it's all these stones, and when I'm taking a shower, I'm just moving my feet on the stones, and you can actually feel them. They're not sharp, but they are making a difference on the bottom of my feet. So there's so many techniques and there's so many therapies out there. Reflexology is one of those where we know that there are pressure points on the bottom of our feet that align to different parts of our body. So being able to stimulate the bottom of the foot actually has a stimulatory effect on the corresponding organ or tissue that it's associated with. So this is one of the newer devices that Dr. Weber has developed, and is called the helmet. And it has, when we turn it on, it'll have red and infrared lights. And we know that red and infrared can actually penetrate the skull. It's used for people that have TBIs, brain injuries, Alzheimer's, dementia, anything that involves the brain and the neurologic system. This is going to put really positive energies into the brain to allow healing to occur. So many people think that self-care is taboo. I'm here to tell you that self-care needs to be the first thing that you add to your list. And having a really good high-quality massage chair is one of the ways that you can start that process. Whether it's at the end of the day where you're getting a nice massage and relaxing, or it's in the beginning of the day to get stimulated, it's helping your muscles, it's helping your alignment, and it's really setting you into a very beautiful state of feeling good. So self-care is a good thing, and everybody should focus a little bit on themselves. This is my sauna, which is a steam sauna. So we have the little steam pot here, and it gets really hot, and we can add water and it steams, which is wonderful for detoxification. And then after we're sweating and feel really good, we're sweating all the toxins out, then we run into the shower. I love empowering pet parents to be able to do things at home. So we do have a fascia decompression course for pet parents, which is on our website. And I wanted to come up with something that would allow pet parents to do lymphatic therapy for their pets at home. Dry brushing doesn't work so good with dogs. They have a lot of fur. So I came up with this idea. This is a mineral stone that has special frequencies embedded into it, specifically for helping with lymphatic health. And we teach pet parents how to use the stone, and there's all kinds of different ways. You've got the tip of the stone, which can go into the collarbone area. You have the other edge of the stone, which is also good for stimulating area. And then you've got the flat edge of the stone, which can do decongestion, and then the inside curve for doing sweeping. And in our course, we teach pet parents how to do this effectively on their pets. This is a fabulous tool. We were videoing some of the pet parents as they were doing it on their pets, and these animals just relaxed and just loved it. And it has to do with not just the minerals, but the frequencies, and of course the love and intention that each pet parent is doing. Instead of just petting your dog, do lymphatics. This is what I use to make my homemade yogurt. So it's a machine that just keeps the milk at a particular temperature, and it's a stainless steel inside, so nice and healthy. And I take my gallon of raw milk, I heat it to a particular temperature, then I cool it, and when I cool it down to the right temperature, I'll add a little bit of yogurt. Either if I'm starting out from scratch, it'll be what I buy at the store that is an organic, raw, live cultures in it, and you put that in. You can put flavoring in. I like to do vanilla or almond extract, and then it sits for 8 hours. It does all the work by just sitting there at a particular temperature, and when it's done, I strain it in cheesecloth the way I use to make my fermented drinks, and then this is the yogurt that I make. It is so much healthier than what you buy in the stores. There's nothing in here other than the milk, the yogurt part that I added into it to make the next culture, and I added vanilla extract, and that's all that's in this, and it's so healthy and so delicious.
Tastes like yogurt. Yeah, it's good.
It's very good.
Very good.
Thank you. So this is the Jasper that we have at home, and I'm just putting my head over it because I want to show you just how much air is coming out of this thing. It really moves a large volume of air, and the air down here is so clean. It is so different than what we used to have. I think everybody needs to have some kind of a fantastic air filtration in their home and in their office. And I walk my talk. So I have these in my office and I have these at home. One of the most important things we can do for our body is actually drinking highly filtered, structured water that has molecular hydrogen. Well, what does all that mean? It means that the water is highly filtered all the way down to 1 micron because there's so many things in our water, from heavy metals to all kinds of hormones, chemicals, pesticides, and we have to filter it out. If we don't, we're going to be drinking that. So number one, highly filtered. Number two, we want it structured. The water in our bodies is structured. It happens through our mitochondria. So when we're drinking water that isn't structured, then our body has to spend metabolic energy to actually structure it so it can actually go into our cells. So it's very important that we have those two categories. But the third category is the availability of molecular hydrogen. And that's because we live a lifestyle in our current mode that we create so much oxidative stress, so many free radicals, and it would be impossible to eat enough antioxidant foods to meet that. But when we're drinking molecular hydrogen, for each molecule of hydrogen gas that we're able to consume, it neutralizes 2 free radicals and makes water as a byproduct. So this machine that we have runs off of no electricity. It uses a reaction with magnesium to actually create the molecular hydrogen. So we have a spigot over here that makes filtered, structured water with the molecular hydrogen infused. And this side is just structured and filtered, and that's what we use for cooking and teas and anything that you would use in your kitchen with water. And then the system is actually underneath our cabinet. So there's 14 filters. This is box 1, and then filters over here and over here. And we call it a mountain in a box because as the water goes through those filters, it's creating the same kind of movement that water does when it's coming down the mountain and becoming structured. So many things in our kitchen are different than what I grew up with. We have stainless steel cookware. We have a whole set of stainless steel cookware so we don't have any chemicals going into our food when we're cooking. We have stainless steel cutting boards. We got rid of all the plastic cutting boards. And these are just wonderful. They come in different sizes and they're heavy, but all stainless steel. So we have all glass storage containers. They do have these plastic tops. Many times we don't use the plastic top, but if we're going to freeze it, I'll put like a parchment paper in between so it's not connected. And I wish they would make different lids, but this is the best we can do. But our food doesn't touch these containers, and then we do a sealant over the top of it. All right, we have multiple dehydrators. Right now I'm just dehydrating eggshells. So when we use eggs, I'll clean and rinse the inside, and then I put them in the dehydrator, and then I take them out and crush them all up, and then we use it both for the garden, we can use it for the dog. My dog food is balanced with meat, fat, bone, and organ meat, so I don't have to put it into my dog's food, but it's nice to have an option for extra calcium. And here I was drying some roses. I got 3 dehydrators because we have so much stuff in the garden, we're always dehydrating. So this is a tower that helps to change the frequency of the light waves. It goes because we're producing incoherent light waves from our incandescent lights and all of that. And so this is in, we can take it out and use it directly, or there's a scalar chip underneath this in here. And so it helps to take the frequencies that are reflecting off of that and spread it out over about a 1.5 miles. So it's actually affecting the house and all the yard as well.
So it's helping for EMF.
Yes, EMF, and it also structures the water in our bodies and of course the plants outside. And so each one has a specific frequency. So they resonate at that frequency. So I try to play all of them in that way. I'm just allowing my body to take in whatever it needs, and it just harmonizes. What we have in here is passion flower, passion flower, the passion leaf, lemon verbena, and stevia, the plant. So we just had it steaming, and I added a little bit of fresh lemon juice.
That's nice.
Yeah. Toasting to all of you.
So now I've been with Dr. Siegel for about half a week. We've eaten some really healthy food and drank tea directly from her garden. I've tried all of her funny machines, so the red lights, the salt chamber, the PEMF, the vibration therapy, everything. And the funny thing is, when I fly in and out of Australia, because I live in Australia now, I flew from Australia about a week ago to the States, and it was a really long flight. The longest was 16 hours, and it took about 24 hours to get me here. And very typically, no matter what I eat and how much I sleep, I always manage to catch a cold, or at least so far, about a week after arrival, I always get a cold. And so when I got here on probably day 2, my throat started tingling. And pretty much every time it starts tingling, it ends up being a full-blown cold, which it was last time. But this time, and I honestly think this is the reason, the foods, the therapies that I've been exposed to, it was not any worse the next day, and now it's pretty much gone already. So it never actually turned into a proper cold. So I really think that these things can really help you enhance your immune system and get sick a lot less often. So it's been a very cool experience so far.